Oos! Back with another video. Interesting video today. Okay, we're going to be reacting to Viddal's tier list, YouTube/TikTok boxing tier list, and I guess I found myself at the center of some drama here. A lot of people were tweeting me and got a lot of comments, mainly on Instagram and on Twitter, mainly on Viddal's ranking of me on the tier list. I haven't watched the full video, so I'm gonna watch the video and react to parts of it and react to not just me but other people's ranking, and then listen to what he has to say. I have an idea of where he has me already, right? And I have an idea of why he put me there. I haven't seen him say it yet and explain it yet, and then we'll go from there. Not totally surprised I'm on the tier list, but I haven't competed in a long time. Since the first one. I mean, I've competed in other things, but I haven't competed in a YouTube boxing event since. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online platform that has thousands of different classes for people like you, me, creator, people who want to be content creators, or people who are into art, business, who are looking to do their own thing and figure out their creative way in the world. I'm a member, and right off the bat, some of the classes that stick out to me: one, YouTube Success, script, shoot, and edit with MKBHD, taught by Marcus Brown. Video for Instagram, tell an engaging story in less than a minute, taught by Holly's Navaez. Platform has classes that I'm really interested in. These are things that I'm interested in learning in to help me as a creator, as someone who wants to market my things and improve the content here. The platform is created specifically for learning, right? So there's no ads. They're constantly updating it with new lessons and new classes. Skillshare has provided you guys a pretty sick offer. First 1,000 subs to click the link in the description, get 1 month free. I'm a member. I'm actually gonna be doing some of the classes, so no excuses now. Okay, click the link, get learning. KSI Logan won, so I'm still in the mix, which is interesting. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that 1 mil plaque behind there, guys. We're close to 800,000. Come on, I told you, if we can get to 1 million, if we get to 1 million, I may just have to schedule. Listen, I've had opportunities to fight. I'm just not taking anything. So again, I might do it. I might do it.
I'm very excited for today's video because we have a YouTube, / TikTok boxing games. Never done one. I've done my top 5 YouTube boxers, but that was a while ago. But I'm actually going to do a tier list, something for you guys to see on screen, and I'm excited.
All right, so we got God, good, almost there, not good, should retire. Okay, I shouldn't be in the should retire. He's basing it solely off of what we've done in the YouTube/TikTok boxing scene. Nothing else.
In the should retire section, save your legacy. Don't let these men exploit you. Leave it, just leave it. We got Austin McBroom. I feel like Austin is a good fighter. I know him and JJ have, well, JJ especially has been saying, yeah, he wants to move to him and bang him up. And I think that is something that JJ could do. I would put Austin in good.
Right off the bat, I did my tier list. I think anyone that competed like in terms of like a real boxing match, right? They did no head guards, they did smaller ounce gloves. Those people, it's a lot different getting ready for a match like that. When you get ready for no head guards and smaller ounce gloves, with the KO really being something that is possible, you can really get hurt out there. I just think that those people who've done that, especially recently, the TikTok or YouTubers, it's just a different level to get ready for. So I think that everyone who's competed, especially recently, should get, more respect in terms of just competing.
Deji. Now this is funny because I was talking to him the other day at JJ's album launch party, and before that conversation, it would have been a no-brainer that he was going in should retire. But after talking to him, if I see him, I said, I know I've been chatting about you online. He's like, no, I know, you're honest. You say what you have to say. You've always been that way. I respected that. And then to go further into the conversation and hear what he really wants to achieve, I'm gonna put him in the not good category. Not should retire. I feel like he has to prove himself to be anything above not good.
So far, extremely accurate. Nothing I wouldn't expect from Viddal. Okay, the man knows what he's talking about.
His commitment up until this point. YouTube thing. Jake obviously is good at what he does, but I wouldn't say that's natural talent. I know he puts hours and hours and hours in to be as good as he is, whereas Deji hardly trains, and he still does a few things that are just natural to him, and things that guys that train every day still can't do as well as he does before he gets tired. So I'm gonna put Deji in the not good category. Nate Robinson should retire.
All right, I gotta skip forward. I think if this is in order, I would kind of miss this part. If it's in order, I would be the last one. So let's just go to the end here.
Inactive.
Yeah, it's in order.
You have to slap me in the good category. But look at my list. When you actually look at the list, everyone.
It's my turn. Saving the best for last, Viddal, huh? I like it. Saving the best for last, my guy.
Have the right to try again. I think they should try again. There's nerves. The nerves they felt on that day, they won't feel those exact nerves again because they've been there and done it before. So I'm gonna put Taylor Holder in the not good category. You know, and it's not because he lost to Gibb. It's how he lost to Gibb, and there was a lot of hype for no reason, unfortunately. So he's not.
So he put Taylor not good. I could. Yeah, like you said, the nerves that get to him. But I could see him probably compete with DDG or Slim. But then again, I could definitely see him competing with all the other guys who are in the not good category. Again, he did compete with Gibb. It did go the distance. He didn't have a great performance, but it was his first fight. But I'm not sure if it was that much of a difference between Gibb and Taylor. Like if Taylor's at his best, he had a bad fight. So I'd probably put him in almost there, but I obviously wouldn't put him in good. He lost.
And last but not least, the G, great guy that's helped me multiple times with the guys that I've trained to give them a stiff test in sparring, is FaZe Sensei.
Okay.
Now, I would say FaZe Sensei is almost there because the guys in the good section might get the better of him, and I've seen, we've seen JJ get the better of him. Gibb did get the better of him in sparring. I'm just talking facts here. Do you know what I mean? Like, just don't all get you in your feelings and just say what the man knows, innit? So yeah, he's almost there. Because FaZe Sensei versus Slim would be a dope fight. DDG's too small. That's why I didn't say him. But if he was of size, he could fight Sensei. It would be a good test. We know the guy's IQ is amazing. We know he's a great guy. We know he had a good performance when he beat Overflow with that body shot. He called the punch and did it and whatnot. But yeah, I've seen more of him as a sparring partner to my guys and someone who's really helped me than in action. But I'd say he's almost there. And that wraps up the YouTube.
All right, so let's unwrap that right there. Not mad about his analysis there. It was obviously super honest. It is true I had sparred with JJ, 3 times. First one for Joe, second time for Logan, and then the last time obviously for Logan 2, and then for Gibb for Jake, right? And that's probably the only sparring, I think. He obviously saw me compete for the kickboxing fight. I thought that was a pro kickboxing fight. I took my first pro fight ever. I lost that one. If you guys know me, you see me do a video on that before. That was a super tough fight. The kid that I versed, a lot of people thought I was gonna walk right through him. I knew it was gonna be tough. He was ranked number 3 or 4 amateur in Greece, and he was 4-0 as a pro kickboxer. So I knew his experience level was gonna be higher than me, and he caught me very well. He was pretty skilled in there, hit really hard. And I struggled that fight. But the thing is, I've sparred and stuff like that with his guys, but I haven't competed again. So there's not a lot to go off of. You have my fight with PJ, right? And that one was like, me and PJ knew each other. I didn't really know what to expect from PJ going into the fight. I knew he was training. And then obviously early in the fight, I realized that I had control of it. And then I made the most of it. Clearly, you know what I mean? So, and with JJ and with Gibb, you guys have to understand, like with JJ, when I went to train with him like the first time, I wasn't even planning to be on the card. I was going out there to help. I'd hold mitts for him. We'd do some collaborations, and then we were going to spar, right? We put some work in. And then the transformation from Joe Weller JJ to Logan 2 was so different. And when he was in peak camp, and he was so much better in that sparring. But it's the one thing I will say, it's kind of tough to judge my ability. And this is not saying that he should otherwise, but this is tough for someone to judge my ability based off a spar that I'm going into where it's not competition or I'm not trying to prove anything, right? So I'm not sparring for a fight, right? I'm not going in there to fight, right? I'm going in there to help someone prepare for a fight, right? And that's my attitude going into it. That's my whole thing. I'm not going in there to compete really against the other guy. I'm not looking in there to prove anything or to win. Even when in the first time I sparred JJ, when I caught him with the body shot, that was me literally just working with him and trying to push him and challenge him. And that's what Viddal literally told me to do, right? And I obviously knew I had the upper hand. And I mentioned before, it was unfortunate. I felt like, obviously, I wasn't at my peak when I sparred with Gibb and with JJ at the end, so I wasn't actually able to push them in a way that I wanted to. In the last spar with Gibb, Gibb actually pushed me because like my cardio, and you hear me in the video mentioning it like, oh man, this is going to be tough because I know how to go 6 rounds, and I'm like, I'm going to have a hard time getting through this thing because my cardio wasn't there. So I'm gonna have a hard time hanging around because I know Gibb's style and his cardio is really good. So I tried to just land heavy shots on Gibb to see how he can handle it and just stay there and just go toe to toe with him and do my best to hang in there for the 6 rounds and then land big shots on him. You know what I mean? To see how he deals with that, because I'm not like a undefeated pro fighter who's just going to absolutely tool him the entire time, right? Like, I'm somebody who we can work together and work with. It's going to be good work for him. It's going to be challenging work for him, etc. But for me, it's not like I'm not going in with the mentality that I need to prove myself. At one point, it was kind of weird. There was people mentioning me that, they wanted me to like step it up and turn it up on him, because people might watch this and I can have an opportunity to fight Jake. And it got a little weird in there for me for a moment around the 3rd, 4th round, because I'm like, I'm not in here to prove myself. I'm not even here for myself, besides obviously content for YouTube, for you guys. Like, oh, I'm here because it'd be some dope content for you, but not in terms of like propelling myself for further fights or for me as a fighter, if that makes sense. I thought the content was dope, and I would do it for any of those guys. I mean, the UK guys, like any of the Simon guys, Gibb, but any of those guys have been such a big part of my growth as a YouTuber and getting my name out there, and just my growth and my lifestyle now is a big part of them. So I'm always going to be like, of course, you need me to go out there and you need to put some work in. Let's do it. So I'm not mad about the almost there, and the reason is he said it would be. It's funny because people said like, oh, I should fight Slim, and the thing is, I wouldn't be upset about doing another fight. I'm not totally about it yet. I've set up. I haven't fully taken my name off the list of potential competitions. But again, if we can get me to 1 million subscribers, because I'm a YouTuber first, so if we can get me to 1 million subs, I think I may have to close the deal and start reaching out to people instead of ignoring people's calls, if you know what I mean, and then get back to work. But yeah, let me know what you think. I know some people think have me in the good list. Besides JMX obviously had to win that same night and has competed in some celebrity MMA, but JMX and I have had that boxing fight that long ago, so I haven't fought in a while either. But I would put myself in the good category next to these guys, just based off skill level and then on my other martial arts experience and then my performances so far. But I'm not upset with the almost there, especially since Gibb and JJ got the better of me in sparring, so to speak. But I guess we'll have to just do it again. I'll have to get back to work. I'm like, and is Viddal trying to be sneaky here? Is he trying to motivate me to get back into training? I'm just kidding. But no, I did start hitting the mitts for the first time in like 6 months. I have not been training. I've been enjoying football in my time off. But let me tell you something. Let's get me to 1 million subs. Tag me, post me, share it, subscribe, do that like thing, do the YouTube thing. Come on. Leave a like and subscribe. Oos.